All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash, Tam Yad, Wala Walayim. All right, and I also want to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do it well and have taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and laboring in the faith continuously to this day. Okay, and also I want to give double salutations to the 144,000, 12,000 men out of Israel, out of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians. We are the biblical Israelites. All right, the brothers out there constantly enduring hardship for the elect's sake, man. All right, and I also want to give salutations to the 1/3, which consists of man, woman, and children, and helps of the prophets and also believers that consist of the elect. All right, scattered across the four corners of the earth, predestined to be saved. I'm thy fellow servant, Kwame Ashalom, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Just a quick lesson, just something I forgot in my last video I put up concerning Travis Scott, Stop Trying to Be God response, all right? So without further ado, I'm just hopping to the scriptures, and Lord's word is edifying, okay? Because three things that I left out was, he said, forget the money and never leave your people behind you, okay? All right, and then I also got, it's never love. It was never love, no matter what. Okay, because he said it's no matter what you do, there's never love. All right, because the scriptures tell you that the so-called white man Esau Edom, he pursued after his brother Jacob with the sword, man. All right, and then the third one I got is because they did not create commandments, right? You know, and I don't want to watch this out. I leave a snippet of the video, the music video, in this video. All right. Because he said they did not create commandments, and that's biblical. That go to show you that these Jakes know. All right, that go to show you that Jake is crying out, man. All right, so without further ado, I'm gonna hop into a couple precepts. I got 5 precepts lined up through the spirit, 6, and I'm gonna just hop right into it, man. All right, well, I'm gonna start off with, because he said forget. He said fuck the money and never forget your people, right? Well, let's see what Moses did. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So that it is right there. All right. Rather than being called, you know, son of Pharaoh, being worshipped, all right, pleasing of men, all right, eye pleasing. Okay, he rather choose to suffer with his people. All right. He forsook what he seen in the flesh, and he realized what was really going on in the spirit. That Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai was calling out to him to be that leader, man. Okay. All right, what you have here today, the body of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, man. Okay, it's going to stand up for righteousness, man. Continuing on, it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, then to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And, you know, through the spirit, I don't even got to speak on that, man. Because what? You know, guys sell out. But here it is. This is St. Matthew's chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahweh Shai to his disciples, if any man will come after me, right, which is righteousness, everlasting life, immortality, well, these are things that you have to forsake. You got to forsake this world. Wish ye not that I'm about my Father's business. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, man. If any man will come after me, hey, that's why his disciple says, whither shall we go? We have forsaken all, for thou hast the words of eternal life. Did not Yahweh Shai say, as long as I'm in the world, I am the light of the world? Well, who is the body of Yahweh Shai Mashiach? His men and the elect. To constantly break down strongholds. The scriptures say all things were made by him and for him. Whether it be visible or invisible. Principalities, darkness. So we telling you, Jakes, look, hey, even Jake told you in the music video. Fuck the money and never leave your people behind you, man. Okay, this is it. St. Matthew's chapter 16, verse 24. Then said Yahweh Shai to his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it. And whosoever lose his life for my sake shall find it. That's why the scriptures tell you in Colossians, man, if I'm not mistaken, around the 3rd chapter. Okay? For we are dead and our life is hid with Hamashiach. Scriptures say, woe to me if I preach not the gospel, man. We are prisoners of hope. This is our reasonable service. We are unprofitable servants. You see? This is what we ought to do. This is the engrafted word that is able to save our soul. This is life. We were purchased. We were brought back to the Most High by the blood of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. You can't escape judgment. That's why I'm going to say again. The first point I forgot to mention was, he said what? Fuck the money and never forget your people behind you, man. Continuing on, that's the point. Verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So it's not Trevor Scott, somebody who's known higher up in the world. All right, you got G Herbo, Lil Wayne, you got all these guys, all these female artists, celebrities, actors, all right, entrepreneurs, Oprah Winfrey, all right, Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes, all these guys out here in Israel, all these men, women, and children of Israel that have what? Sold out Michael Jackson, all right, even though he's done. But what? The family, the things that these people have left off, all right, what is it going to profit you? Okay, here it is. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? So yeah, you got all the money in the world, but what? You sold your soul for naught. That's why I brought out in Hebrews 11 and 24. Moses was willing to suffer afflictions, all right, with his people, with the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, rather than, here it is, I'm going to bring it out again. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24, by faith, first and foremost, by faith, it is impossible to please the Most High without faith. That's why we're doing these videos. For whoever this video is needed, Lord's will it be edified to you, man, to let you know that the powers of the script, the powers of the universe, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, have given this Bible, the book of remembrance, which was written before him for us, because we fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and we thinking about him, man, constantly, daily. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, right? Which is basically symbolizing what? No man can serve two masters. All right, here it is. He could be somebody in Egypt. He could have been somebody in Egypt. But what if he would have been somebody in Egypt? We wouldn't be here today, because not was he the same man who Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave the law, statutes, commandments to on Mount Sinai for 40 days. And he gave what? Salaki, if I'm not mistaken, he gave Moses, Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave Moses the law, statutes, commandments to give to us. And what were we doing when he was up there, man, on Mount Sinai? Okay, our people lost faith, started worshiping a golden calf, man. Not to get off topic. Refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh Shem Yahushai than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. For what profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? The scriptures tell you it was our mind to go astray. Baruch 4 and 25, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you. The scriptures tell you, what iniquity have I done to your fathers? All right. St. Matthew chapter 26. St. Matthew chapter 16, verse 26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So that's why when the fire was hitting him, he already knew. At the end of the video, he had the Most High plan as a so-called Negro, which the scriptures tell you that. But what was it doing to him? It was zapping him, man. All right, and what was he in? Fire, consuming fire. Okay, being purified. But see, we're going through those afflictions, that purification right now. I have refined thee, not with gold, but through the furnace of affliction. Isaiah 40 and 10. All right, moving on to the next precept. All right, because the second thing he said was, it's never love no matter what. no matter what you do, right? And he's talking about these elites. He's talking about the so-called white man, okay? He said it's never love no matter what you do, man. You can try to be the best. Let's name somebody who will say, hey, somebody who right up under them. Look at what happened to Michael Jackson, man. All right, look at what happened to these guys who are who right up under the so-called white man ass, man, kissing his ass. Look at what's going on with LeBron James. You see? Now it's being said that he's speaking up against Donald Trump, man. Donald Trump like, yo, what the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Do you not know that I can put an X on your head and get you up out of your spot and raise up another nigga, man? A younger nigga who don't know shit? Okay? What profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his own soul? All right, this is Ezekiel. I can drop that. Spirit, I'll finish that. This is Ezekiel chapter 35. Because what? He said, it's never love no matter what you do, right? So this is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. It says, because thou hast had, and this is talking about the so-called white man, Esau Edom. All right. The scriptures tell you that, verse 2, it says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Right, which is what? Basically symbolizing the so-called white man, Esau Edom. The powers that are to be. Job 9 and 24, the earth that is given into the hand of the wicked, man, who covered the faces of the judges thereof, who know that he have but a short time. Jump down to verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right, so let me go ahead and go into the etymology of this word perpetual. Because what Jake said in that song, all right, it's never love no matter what you do, right? Okay, so let's see what Jake really meant. Because the scripture's going to bring everything to light, man. The Spirit going to reveal everything. All right, so this is the word there for perpetual. Okay, I'm gonna let Esau bring it out. Say it.
Strong's H5769. Olam. Olam.
All right. Okay, and it says long duration. All right, it says futurity. All right, which is ever, forever, man. All right. It says forever, ever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old. Did not Esau say the time come where I will begin to pursue and slay my brother Jacob? Well, what you think is going on right now? The scriptures tell you there's no new thing under the sun, man. All right, he had that same hatred back then. How much more in 2018? All right, it says ancient world, ancient time, long time of past. So that's why Jake said, all right, in the music video, all right, fuck the money, never leave your people behind you. It's never love no matter what you do, no matter what you try. No matter what you try, Floyd Mayweather, LeBron James, 50 Cent, all you guys out here in Israel, man, there's somebody on this place, you're gonna receive everlasting shame and contempt and come through the loins of righteous men. Lord's will I be a part of that number, man. You're gonna know your place in the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, you're gonna be somebody in the kingdom, but you ain't gonna be nobody when it comes down to Israel, man. Why? Because you received your glory and your crown, your corruptible crown on this side. It says continuous existence. Oh yeah, and also not to forget the so-called white man. All right, which is my next precept, man. All right, but just making a point. It says indefinite or unending future, eternity. So the so-called white man was predestined and he was made to fulfill the lot of a fucking devil, man, a deceiver. All right, to constantly pursue you people and oppress you people and suppress your people. All right, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, man. Ezekiel 35 verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual, ancient, old time, forever, eternal hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right. Okay? So-called white man, Esau, Edom don't give a damn about you, Jakes. That's why you got Jake crying out, man. Jake said it's never love no matter what you try, man. He said, look, he said, fuck the money, never leave your people behind you. Come on, man. That's why we going through these scriptures. That's why we relying on Yahweh Shem Yahushua, our power, our stronghold. All right? Our fortress, our rock, our shield, our buckler, man. Psalms chapter 83. Hey, the scriptures say the young man shall faint, but those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. You people gonna really know who the man of the Lord is when he lift up that standard. This is Psalms chapter 83. I'm gonna start at verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hold. King David was crying out to the Lord, man. The scriptures say, I have a perfect hatred. All right? And we supposed to be in that same mind state, man. The scriptures say, never touch thy enemy, man. But what? Jake can't suffer, man. That's the problem with Jake. He don't want to suffer. He don't want to be afflicted. That's why they sell out. But then, what? You got to endure. You got to endure that shit, man. But then what? Jake started bucking up. What happened to Whitney Houston, man? All right? She found out a little truth, wanted to go back to Israel. What? They exposed her ass, man. Did you forget you sold your soul? Yahweh Shem Yahushua pulled that card. Bling! All right? And laid down that sword on you, which is a so-called white man, Esau, Edom. The scripture tell you that in Psalm 17 chapter, man. All right? Verse 2, for lo, thy enemies, so the Lord has enemy, make a tumult, and they that hate thee. Hey, the scriptures say the fool have said in his heart, there is no God. The scriptures say those that love me hate death. I mean, those that hate me love death. Salakia. Did not the scripture say in Romans 9 and 13, for yet I love Jacob and yet hated Esau? So if the Lord hate the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, how much more did he put the spirit on Esau to reject wisdom, knowledge, understanding as he did his birthright? Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, as you can see on this sign, man. Okay, the so-called Judah, Benjamin, Levi, so-called African American, West Indian. Your biblical identities, all right, is Gad, Manasseh, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar, Ephraim, Zebulun, Simeon, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, man. Okay, Kwam Yashala, man. All right, sons of the living power, Omen. But what, they stripped you of that, man. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua poured out the spirit of deep sleep. It was time. The scriptures say, a falling away shall come. But now Yahweh Shem Yahushua have raised up his men in the last times we're living in. Gather my saints together, man. That have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. This is the times we're coming into, man. The restoration of righteousness. By the way, Yahweh Shem Yahushua sending out his mouthpiece, his heralds, before he bring that great death and destruction. Scripture say the Most High is going to rain upon his head while he is eating. What is that? Those thermonuclear missiles. Why you thinking your RFID, your New World Order, that one consent is coming to pass? It's not. You see? The Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Psalms 83 verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Here it is, the people who the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, said he chose to be a peculiar people. They said, look, let's get rid of them. Isaiah 14. Okay? Matter of fact, let me grab that, man. All right? And like I say, this is just the second point, that it's never love no matter what you try, because I still got one more point to prove, and I'm going to close out through the spirit. All right? Give a damn how long this video is. This truth got to come out, man. Because we are at the end of Esau's rulership, and he know it. Thus saith the scriptures. Isaiah 2, the Most High said, hey, the lofty looks of men shall be brought low, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall be exalted in that day, man. They shall hide in the clefts of the rocks. Okay? What hast thou to do with my laws, my statutes, and my commandments? Thus saith the scriptures, man. You swore in the Bible. Don't you think you put your hand in the plow, you got to pay for that? Isaiah chapter 14, get straight to the point. Isaiah chapter 14, verse, where is it? Isaiah 14, verse 14. Okay, it says, "I will ascend up." This is so-called white man. This is what the Most High told us. What the so-called white man think, man. All right. I'm going to start verse 13. For thou hast said in thy heart, all right, that mind, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation, which is us, in the sides of the north. Going back into that one consent, the New World Order, which is on the back of the dollar bill. What they trying to do. Hey, they even bringing our people up against us, man. But you niggas can't see it because you're not spiritual. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's what the so-called white man said. Well, check this out. Yet thou shalt be brought down to the hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble? That did shake kingdoms? This is the point. That made the world as the wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Self-explanatory. Psalms chapter 83, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. All right, and I'm gonna close out on. I'm gonna close out on this precept. All right, bringing out this here in Psalms 83, going into the etymology of this word right here. Man, call lawyer about Shemi Yahushai. One consent counsel. That's a good one. Crafty, consulted. See, it's so much. It's one specific one I want to grab through the spirit, man. Oh, come here it is. Confederate. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the water. Confederate. Check this out. All right, I'm going to read this real quick. All right, it says, for they have consulted together. All right, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They're against the Most High, right? So check this out. When you go into that word confederate, all right, so I'm on off a little bit. Strive for perfection. All right, you go into the word confederate, all right?
Strong's H1285. Berith.
It says covenant, alliance, this the point, treaty. All right? It's not the feet that was mixed with iron and clay. All right, the 10 toes. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, EU, ECC, European Community, European nations, man. All right, the EU, United Nations. All right. Yo, so look, it says Treaty Alliance League. All right. Okay. A plague, man. A plague, man. Covenant. All right. So I don't even got to go. I don't go no farther concerning the second point of this lesson. It's never love no matter what you try. Yeah, because they done made a consult. They done made a confederate. They done came up with a covenant, a plague, a treaty against you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, seeing he has a perpetual, everlasting, eternal hatred towards you. All right. Now, my third point was he said in that music video, because they did not create commandments, right? So check this out. This is Leviticus. He damn right, man, because that's written in the scriptures. All right. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, because once we get those new bodies, we gonna know the whole law, man. We ain't gonna have to flip no more pages. It's gonna be in us, and we're gonna be able to execute the judgment that is written therein. All right, so this is Leviticus chapter 27, verse 34. Because he said what? Because they did not create commandments. So this is Leviticus chapter 27, verse 34. All right, and it reads, these are the commandments which Yahweh Bashem Yahushai commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai, man. So there it is. All right, I can close out right there, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gave these commandments for us, for the children of Israel, man. You're going to fuck off, Esau. And then, hey, the scriptures say what? The pride of thy heart has deceived thee, man. You deceived yourself. But It was written. It was written for our learning so we could know who the fucking devil is, man. And how it is when you going to fuck off. The scriptures say when the righteous bear rulership, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rulership, the people mourn. And everybody's fucking mourning, man. The earth is crying out for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. By Shema Kakodash. This is the point, and this is my last precept. Because he said, because they did not create commandments, right? Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 2. I'm going to start verse 1. Now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, your power, commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I commanded thee, thou and thy son and thy son's sons, and all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Jump down to verse 4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our power is one Lord. All right? Okay? So like he said, fuck the money, leave your people behind you. All right? He says, because it don't matter what you do, the love is not there. And then he said, why? Because they did not create commandments, man. All right? So Lord's witness was edifying to the house of David, but y'all shall die with thou. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to my apostle, Elder Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect, man. Shalom.